As you know, we started this a few years ago. It started out as the Spirit Award, and then we changed it to the Torch Award. And it is sort of an award that is given based on the board president and myself, and to try and figure out future leadership and how to pass on the torch, so to speak. And sadly, this year, our Torch Award is going to be given posthumously. And hopefully I'll be able to get through this. But this year's Torch Award is going to Mike Capps. I can't even He was a board member who passed away, and I don't think I could do this now. Can you read it? Yes.
I will read it. Let's see. Let's see. Where was I? Mike, where do you want me to start here?
Right here.
Right here. Thank you. Okay. And this was prepared by Mike. Mike was a board member of APSE and a relentless, tireless advocate for folks with disabilities. And this was prepared by Susie Hutchinson at Helping People Succeed, who Mike worked for many years. So when you think of Mike Capps, a smile inevitably comes to your face. You remember his humor, his intelligence, his commitment to people with disabilities, his vision, and most importantly, his love of his family. Mike's love for his wife, Carol, was infinite. They were inseparable. Carol was always at Mike's side, supporting him and keeping him in check. And I imagine keeping Mike in check was a little bit of a challenge at times. Mike was fortunate to have that marriage that we all wish for. He also adored his children and always had a good comment on his grandchildren, playing with them, giving them piggyback rides, and making sure they had what they needed. In 1980, Mike came to Helping People Succeed, then called Tri-County Rehabilitation Center, as the production manager. Even in that setting, he made sure that the 175 individuals served had piecework, training programs, and were treated with respect. He was accepted to the Rehabilitation Administration Master's Program at the University of San Francisco and learned about supported employment. He came back to Helping People Succeed with this new way of doing business. His journey began. During the next 29 years, Mike was one of the driving forces in organizational change that took place locally and nationally. During the early days, he was a force to be reckoned with. He believed totally that people with disabilities should have the right and responsibility to work and live everyday lives. When challenged about whether everybody could work, he pointed out examples, gave advice, and challenged back. During his time at Helping People Succeed, more than 1,000 individuals with disabilities obtained, and most are maintaining employment. He also served as the president of Florida APSE, of the APSE board, and was a current member of National APSE board. He helped develop the BOSS manual, BOSS manual, a manual for self-employment for the Department of Education in conjunction with the Martin County school system. He was a founding member of Hospice of the Treasure Coast, a member of the Martin County Parks and Recreation Board, a member of many boards of directors, and a pretty decent golfer. In 2010, Mike became the employment manager for the Florida Developmental Disabilities Council, where his influence continued. And just as an aside, I asked Mike when he took this job, I said, Mike, I thought you retired. And he said to me, you can only play golf so much. So he felt like his passion, he needed to get back to what he felt like he was put on this earth for. During his too brief time with the council, he was instrumental in developing new programs and initiatives such as Employ Me First, Rural Routes to Employment, and many more. Mike was respected, looked up to, and loved by all the people he worked with, as well as the individuals with disabilities who he assisted. Mike had a genuineness about him that was evident at all times. Paul Andrew of Carve says of Mike, his leadership, thoughtfulness, kindness, and vision will be so hard to replace in our troubled world. His death is certainly untimely, and a very deep hole is left in our spirits and our lives. Rest in peace, Mike. Thanks for a job well done. You will be missed. So.
So this part I can do. Carol Capps, please come up and accept the award on behalf of your husband, Mike.
all those things that Susie said are true. She should know she was his second wife. But he was a wonderful man, and it was very untimely, and I thank you all, and I know he does too. Thank you.